Hello, my name is Mr. Thane, and we are going to be exploring outdoor education in the forest behind one of my elementary schools. In a time when getting outside and learning about the environment is more important than ever, educators are struggling to find a way to get their younger students outside beyond more time to play. Educators need to ensure that students have access to outdoor education and that learning is present during this time. Educators have an opportunity to make outdoor education outstanding and memorable, and I think it is best achieved when digital technology is used. Using digital technologies in the outdoors can reinforce and inspire further learning and can strengthen digital literacy while enjoying the natural world. Oftentimes people think that technology and nature are separate, that they can't coexist, but they can easily be connected. Students learn technological and natural knowledge. We are going to gather what types of digital technologies educators can incorporate into outdoor education and some potential ways to use them. We are also going to analyze the differences between education about the outdoors and education in the outdoors. Digital technologies are defined as electronic tools, systems, devices, and resources that generate, store, or process data. For the purpose of this video, I divided digital technologies into two sections: tools and applications. And by applications, I mean a software application and not a practical application. The tools in this list are just some of the devices and pieces of technology that can be incorporated into outdoor education. The applications that will be discussed later need internet-capable tech, which can be in the form of computers or mobile devices. These two tools are going to be discussed alongside those applications. Most of the tools on this list have more uses when paired with a piece of internet-capable technology, but they can still function by themselves. Here are some potential digital technological tools you can incorporate into the outdoor classroom. Webcams refers to the monitoring of webcams around the world to view a wide variety of explorable natural phenomena. This, of course, relies on the internet and access to it, but webcams provide an opportunity to virtually see nearly anything in the world. Camera and video recording devices, the ability to record nature to view, analyze, and study again later, is such a helpful piece of technology. These abilities are most readily available on mobile devices, which allows for tandem use of the pictures or videos to be used in applications to further extend the learning. Handheld GPS units, an opportunity to learn and use essential mapping skills digitally without relying on the internet. Microscopes, especially digital microscopes, they enhance nature and allow for a closer inspection to extend learning. Digital microscopes excel at this, especially for younger children. It's difficult to look through a microscope and understand what they see. Voice recorders, they allow for note-taking during outdoor education if typing or writing are not options. They are also just great technological tools to have in the classroom in general. Software applications that can bring more to outdoor education would be utilized using a computer, mobile device, or other internet-capable technology in the classroom or in the field. Most rely on the internet to perform certain functions, which is limiting to some degree. These are some of the most interesting and user-friendly applications that I found during my research. Project Noaa Nature School is an expansive collection of infographic nature lessons, video-guided conservation challenges, and nature class videos that are designed to help teachers transform even the smallest backyard, schoolyard, or local green space into a curiosity-creating nature classroom. It is a website that has a limited but in-depth look into specific aspects of the natural world, such as camouflage, animal tracks, and different types of plants and animals. Project Feeder Watch, for a one-time donation, will supply educators with a research kit that contains a bird identifier and a calendar to report findings. The class will need to set up a viewing area, such as a feeder, bath, or flowers to attract birds, and will count and record the birds that show up. It is a website that has interactive elements and provides information about birds and their migratory seasons, while providing detailed graphs and data about this project. Birds Canada, who is partnered with Project Feeder Watch, also offers a great deal of activities that promote citizen science in the school community. Avenza Maps is an offline mobile mapping application that allows for GPS tracking without needing the internet. You can upload custom maps or use the many local Ontario maps free of charge. It measures the distance and allows for a topographical view into any adventure with the students. Twig is a mobile application that provides hundreds of outdoor activities to utilize with younger students. They have an interesting and helpful feature where you can filter results according to your location or the weather, which allows for fun, educational activities no matter sun, rain, or snow. Most of the activities have additional follow-up work and extensions that can easily connect to various curricula as well. Inaturalist is both a website and a mobile application run by National Geographic, and it allows for users to submit pictures of plants and animals for identification and further conversation. The student can send in any unknown picture of flora or fauna, and scientists from around the world will identify and share more knowledge about the species. Seek is a secondary app created by Inaturalist. It uses data submitted to Inaturalist to show suggestions for species nearby, but unlike Inaturalist, findings made with Seek are not shared publicly. Seek encourages the exploration of local wild biodiversity, and I think is more appropriate for younger students than Inaturalist. I also wanted to mention Geocaching, which is both an application and a popular outdoor recreational activity. I think purposeful treasure hunts that can be used for educational purposes fit into this criteria. Briefly, I wanted to talk about the two ways outdoor education can be interpreted and how they differ. Outdoor education can mean the purpose is to learn about the outdoors and nature, or that the purpose is to be in nature while you learn about other topics. The digital technologies I have discussed can be used in both interpretations, but differently to suit each. Education about the outdoors is the biological exploration of knowledge about the world around us, including plants, animals, habitats, populations, communities, biomes, which connect to several curricular expectations within science and social studies from kindergarten to grade 3. People assume teaching about the outdoors is only to be done when it can be outdoors, but that is not always the case. Of course, teaching outdoors when discussing something that can be best tangibly explained due to the physical environment, that makes more sense than trying to replicate the exact same thing in a classroom with technology. However, the educational experience can be elevated with the correct use of digital technology when learning about the natural world. An educator can provide examples and inspire thoughts that would be beyond the realm of potential only a few years ago. If a student in an urban environment like Toronto is learning about plants, there are still a great deal of potential real-life examples of different types of plants in the city. However, digital technologies can show that same student thousands of real-life examples from around the world and bring them closer than ever to experiencing them, widening the view and allowing for further education, such as comparing and contrasting the different types of plants. Students can virtually dissect a tree or be inside of a bear's den while she and her cubs are hibernating. There are so many possibilities to connect technology and learning about Earth. Education in the outdoors is less focused on the outdoors as a teacher and is more about using nature as an extension of the classroom. Teaching math and using natural materials such as sticks or rocks, or learning color and art while painting a forest in the fall are just some examples. Outdoor education, when it is simply learning outdoors, is much more expansive and only limited by your imagination, or more likely curriculum connections and limited resources. Some subjects benefit greater than others, but when digital technology is thrown into the mix, this form of outdoor education is nearly limitless with applications in social studies, math, the arts, and science and technology. A grade 1 student can look at digital maps of the area from around their town to better understand the local community. A grade 2 student can use a mobile application that measures atmospheric pressure and humidity to record a trend over a certain time span. So what types of digital technologies can you and I incorporate into outdoor education? There's such a wide variety of tech that I barely scratched the surface in this video. There are countless applications to help identify plants or animals, and that's just one aspect of outdoor education. The applications and tools that I discussed are all great starting points, but outdoor education, either about or in, is quickly being seen as more and more important, especially to young children. Even the simple act of going outside and reading a book helps to alleviate stress. Utilizing the natural world and the technological world can be done at the same time, and it prepares students for a healthy relationship and understanding with nature, while giving them the skills needed to successfully use technology. I think that oftentimes people see the two as separate entities that are in opposition. People blame technology for younger students not enjoying the outdoors, but I think that technology is not at fault and can actually be implemented and used to encourage outdoor learning. Digital technology can reinforce learning from nature outside of nature and can enhance the experience from natural exploration and education. So many educators are learning of the power of simply being in the natural world. It doesn't have to require anything extra even. Just by doing what one would be doing normally in the classroom, but outdoors, has positive benefits on the student. I'm excited to use these digital tools in the classroom, and I hope you are too.